Hi, I'm Heather Woodruff, a buyer's agent with the Curtin Real Estate Team. I moved here from Boston with my family, and it's been a really great move. I was an experienced agent in the Boston area, and it's been really fun to get to know the East Cobb, Roswell, Alpharetta area, and just really restart my business again. Moving here, though, has been just such a really great blessing for my family, just in terms of being closer to extended family, having grandparents and cousins and aunts and uncles close by. That's been really great for my kids. We didn't necessarily have that in the Boston area. And then for me, I think one of the things that has been the most pleasant surprises is the idea of springtime. In the Northeast, we don't have spring. You might have a nice day here and there, but really to have months and months of things turning green and flowers and sunshine. There's just so much more sunshine. And then outside of that, maybe that's why the people here are just so much nicer and friendlier. So real estate is a second career for me. I was a pediatric physical therapist for a very, very long time. Most of that time was spent in public schools. I really loved that field until it was time for me to make a change. And at the time I was going through the buying and selling process up in the Northeast, and loved everything about buying and selling, and really loved my agent there, and decided to make a change. It was also coinciding with a time when my kids needed me to be a little bit more flexible, and I always say that real estate allows you to be really flexible and sometimes really not. And it's nice to kind of have that balance, but I wasn't going into a school every day where I was gone for 8 hours and no one could really reach me. One of the really unique things that I bring to the table is I hold several special designations in the area of real estate. The first one would be a buyer specialist, and so that really helps me hone into working with buyers, and I really only work with buyers and have for most of my career. I had a very brief stint of working with both. As a physical therapist, I also felt like it was great to get the senior specialist designation as well. And I really do look at houses differently. I think about things with mobility and allowing people to age in place that your average person may not think about. Like, I can very easily walk into a home and tell you if a house is wide enough to accommodate a walker or a wheelchair or something like that, which again, as people think about aging in place, might be very important. I also hold a specialty in the area of divorce, and this really helps women and spouses that are separating to think about the house and not focus in on maybe the tumultuous relationship that may be disbanding, but to really focus in on the house and to know all that needs to go into that for a person to make a sound decision when they're thinking about selling. One of the things I really love best about being a real estate agent is getting to know people and getting to know their families and what's really important to them. I take listening really to heart and really want to know their stories and what they're looking for, and spend quite a bit of time getting to know people. If you are thinking of buying a home, the number one most important piece of advice I can give you is to find a buyer's agent. You hands down need someone to represent you and only you and your interests as you go through the process. A buyer's agent is somebody who will really act as your confidant, as your advisor, as your fiduciary, and really make sure that you are getting the best house at the best price in the best timeline. If you're watching this, you must be ready to make a move. I would love to help you with that process. Let's meet for coffee. I know some really fantastic coffee shops in the area, and I'd love to treat you, have a conversation, and find out how my team and I can best partner with you. We'd love to make the process as easy as possible and take as much of the stress out and put the fun back into the home buying process.